Hey, what's going on, guys? This is KNasty3090 here. Welcome back to another MLB 18 The Show franchise mode with the Tampa Bay Rays. This is episode number 3. We are about to start the 2018 offseason. We got some work to do, obviously. We're rebuilding, but we might be able to get some free agents to maybe help us out, some cheap guys on like a 1-year deal. Obviously we're not going to splurge on like Harper and Machado if they are available. Let's take a look at retired players. Anyone of note on our team? No one really. I remember watching the live stream when they about franchise said there should be less retired players, which is nice. Sabathia retired. He might be a Hall of Famer. It's going to be close. I mean, almost 3,000 strikeouts. I'm shocked he didn't play one more year, get those last 20 strikeouts, make him a Hall of Famer for sure. Let's see who else. Granderson retired, had a very good career. 336 career home runs, not too bad. Let's see who else retired. Big game, James Shields. And Mike Napoli. I always remember Napoli being a Red Sox fan. The 13 Red Sox hit 23 bombs for him that year, but some big ones in the playoffs. Victor Martinez, another former Red Sox. People forget that. I think it was 2010. Yeah, 1 year. Hey, he still played. Let's see, who else? Irvin Santana had a very good career. Fernando Rodney retired. Albert Pujols ain't walking away from that contract. You know that. I know that. Pujols is not walking away. He's a Hall of Famer. So I think Ichiro, there's another Hall of Famer. So Bartolo, probably not a Hall of Famer in this. Hell of a career, though. He outlasted Turner Field. People forget that. David Wright retired. Edwin Jackson. Tim Tebow. Get the hell out of here. All right, let's see who made the Hall of Fame, I guess. Sabathia did not make it. Wow. Ichiro, obviously. Pujols, obviously. All right, there's that. Let's get into our... exclusive free agent negotiations. Okay. Actually, let's look at this. Before free agency, because this is my first time actually doing this, so this may be your first time, so we can get a little bit of an idea for this. Before free agency begins, you have the opportunity to exclusively negotiate new contracts with veteran players on your team. I knew that. At times, you will face the possibility of losing these players to free agency. We're the Rays, that's going to happen. If you wish to seek compensation for your veterans, you have the option of sending a 1-year qualifying offer as protection. It's like a $17.6 million deal. The 1-year qualifying offer is worth the average salary of the top 125 highest paid players in the league. If a player accepts the qualifying offer, you must pay him the average salary next season. If he rejects and signs with a new team, you will receive draft picks from his new team. All right. So we got Carlos Gomez, Sergio Romo. Now Carlos Gomez, he's a 79 overall. What does he want for a contract? I'm not going to tender qualifying these guys because they're not worth $18 million. He wants $3 million a year. I mean, I'll give it to him. Let's see if he accepts. And then Romo, how do you do? 2.16 ERA, a 1.02 WHIP. That is not bad. 30 saves if you care about saves. I really don't care that much about saves. I'll bring that up to $3 million. He may be our closer, he may not. But let's that wouldn't be too bad. All right. Now, where is just like sim a day? Can you sim a day in this? Or I guess you have to. So this I really don't like how they have this set up. All right, sim through date. Let's see if they accept those offers. Can we do that? Hey, I'm learning this too. Okay, that's not what we want. Okay, I don't care about. Skip all those. Did they sign? Okay, they did sign. They didn't give us an update that they signed, but they did sign. All right. We'll figure this out over time. So we got them both. I like that depth for Gomez, maybe. Or he's our starting right fielder, and Romo's a bullpen arm. So let's sim to free agency 1. That sims 3 days. Today's the last day to qualifying offer. Okay, so do we not have to sign like our young rookies, which is nice. I mean, hopefully it just does it automatically because that took up a lot of time. Also, we need new managers and coach. We don't need a new manager. We need a new hitting coach and a third base coach. What we do, if you guys are new, is I like to do this. Wait a little bit. Find a guy who's like an A who probably won't get any offers. Give him a 15-year deal. Cheap. They may not love it, but they'll sign it. It's A coach. It's an A attribute grade coach, which people will like, the players will like. And then what it also does is you don't have to worry about it for 15 years. It's great. And we also need a third base coach. So let's find a relatively younger one who's an A. 48. Let's do that. And like I said, a 15-year deal. Never have to worry about it again. All right. So now we have to tender contracts. These players are under team control because they don't qualify for arbitration yet. If these players are not tendered offered a contract by December 2nd, they will become free agents. If a contract renewable player decides to decline your offer, you can still renew their contract for no less than 80% of their previous salary. All right, so Faria, we definitely want to. I might even try to lock up some of these guys. Faria is an 83 overall. He only has 1 year service time. Like if we did a 4-year deal for $8 million, that takes him till he's 1 year before he's a free agent. It'll probably have to be close to like 8.5, but it will make him happy now. He'll like his money, and it saves us money it'll hurt us a little bit now, but it'll save us money hopefully when we're a little bit better. So when we have a better team, where money might be like right now, money's not going to be too much of an issue because we're not a great team. But if we're going to be a better team in the upcoming years, we'll save money then. So let's make that offer to him. Blake Snell pitched pretty well. We might do the same thing for him. How many years of service time does he have? He has 2. So if we do he wants a 5-year deal for 5.8. But if I do 4 years, that's going to be $4 million a year. It's about 16. Let's do that. That takes him to he's 30 years old. And it's going to have to be close to like 17. He'll be a free agent at the end of this contract. I think that's pretty fair. Jose Alvarado, how did he do last year? He pitched all right. Like a 2-year deal for $630K. That is fine. Yarbrough, he pitched pretty well. He's kind of like we'll give him like a 1 or 2. I don't want to give him, let's go like a 2-year deal worth just a couple $100,000. Yeah, there we go. Actually, I don't know. Okay, so on the bottom right, it shows you the contract you've offered him. Okay, that's where it is. So getting used to this, so bear with me. And you guys are learning about it too. I don't want to pay this guy that much money, but I think it's okay. I mean, it's $533,000. Chance Sisco, he's our catcher of the future. Could we lock him up? I think I'd rather give him just like the 2-year deal till he proves himself. Honeywell, A potential. So let's lock him up. Oh, no, not lock him up. Let's just give him the 1-year deal because he hasn't played in the bigs yet. Brendan McKay, again, another guy, so we'll just give him that 1-year deal. De Leon, we're going to obviously offer him a contract. Oh, my, get out of here with that contract. I'm not giving you that much money for a guy who has done nothing in the bigs yet. I actually might move him in this offseason. We'll see. Pruitt, we'll give you a contract. Not that much money, like a couple $100,000. I think is a very fair deal. All right, let's go through the rest of these now. Oop, don't want to give you all that money. He has some pop. Mid-60s for a catcher. That's not bad for franchise. $600,000 a year for 2 years is fine. Willie, we definitely want to give you a contract. I think I'm not sure. He may not. Actually, I think he's probably better another year in the minors. Eloy Jimenez, and he will be in the minors probably next year too, the more I think about it. Unless, I don't know, we'll see. I think to start the year, it makes sense to have him in the minors, and if they perform well or the guy in the majors is really struggling, then we can potentially call them up. Now, if you guys are wondering, for most years after this, I will probably skip this phase. I will skip this. I'll still do it. I will edit it out. But this is like a new first time for me doing it, so I kind of just want, for me just to figure out we're doing it right. And if you guys are wondering how to do it, if you have questions about it, you can see me do it. So we're kind of just going through all this right now. But in the future, I am going to skip this. Well, I'll still do it. I will edit it out. That's what we did last year. But since this is completely different this year, I figured it makes sense to not edit it. And we'll just go through these. But we're kind of, now these guys, I don't want to give Stanek. He's a B potential. He's already 27. I'm not going to give him a $500,000 a year deal. We'll let you walk. I'm going to hopefully just fly through these now. Just give him these 1-year deals. And we'll see what we have to do after this. But I'm hoping to, like I mentioned before, I'm hoping to sign maybe like a free agent, kind of like a guy who's maybe like 33, 34 to like a 1-year deal, or maybe a 2-year deal with a team option, so that we can see if he's good. And if he's good, he can help us out. And we can maybe trade him at the trade deadline, get a potential like prospect or two. Or if he's playing well and we somehow make a playoff push, he's part of the team and he'll help us out. I know part of me also wants to just really suck next year. Then we get the number 1 pick in the draft, because we're not going to have a super high pick this year. It's going to be a middle of the road pick, but it is definitely like, that is something like if you get like a top 5 pick and you nail it, it can really help your franchise. You get that like superstar guy, that definitely helps you out. why are these guys? I hate when not they want, but because they played like a minute of service time, they then get a bigger contract, which I hate. All right, so that is done for tender contracts. Offer salary arbitration. Players are eligible for arbitration if they have between 3 to 6 years of MLB service time, or they're in the top 22% of players with at least 2 but less than 3 years of MLB service time. I did not know that second fact. If an arbitration-eligible player and a club cannot agree on a salary figure, both can opt for a neutral party to help find a solution. That's an arbitration hearing. If to do so, the club and player submit their desired salary figures to a group of arbitrators who will review each figure carefully. While the arbitrators are reviewing those 2 submissions, players and clubs are free to continue negotiation and attempt to find a solution. If an agreement has not been reached, the arbitrators will review which salary figure of the 2 is the most appropriate during a hearing in February. They don't like split the baby on it. And like if I say you're worth $1 million, he says I'm worth $2 million. They're not going to say you're worth 1.5. They will side with one or the other. So we got players. We got Carlos Rodon. And we can offer him arbitration, which he's. I'm not sure. They don't tell us what he's going to offer, but I kind of want to lock him up if we can. So like a 4-year, $17 million deal. I think that's fair. Malik Smith had a great year, and he can be. Oh man, he does not. Damn, look at that deal. 4 years, $4.5 million. That takes him to he's a free agent. I'll do that. Brad Millen's got a little bit of pop. He can play a multitude of positions. I would do like a 1-year deal for him, like a 1.9. That's fair. Matt Andrees had a really good year, a 3.11 ERA, a 5-year deal. Now, how many years of service time he has 3? I don't want to give him a 5-year deal. I'll give him a 3-year deal worth $6 million. Like 6.5. That will make him happy. Matt Duffy can really hit 295. I don't want to give him too many years. He has 4 years of service time, so he's a free agent in 2. So why don't we do this? Let's give him a 2-year deal worth about $5 million or 4.8. That makes him happy. Johnny Venner's a lefty reliever. He pitched well in minimum innings of 17. A 1-year deal, I think that's fine. I don't want to give him too much. CJ Cron is a first baseman. He can hit a little bit. Hit 23 bombs for us. He could be a very cheap option at first while we wait for Brendan McKay. Rob Refsnyder, former Yankee, can play second, first, left, and right. Didn't really do too much. But for like a couple $100,000, I think that's not too bad. It won't hurt us. And we got a couple more here. Chaz Rowe pitched actually pretty well. Our relievers were really good last year. So I mean, like a 2-year deal for like 1.7. Nuno didn't really pitch. He's 31. I'm gonna let him walk. And we get the Jesus. We already have another backup catcher, so I'm gonna let him walk. All right. So let's select our 40-man roster. So, now if you guys did not know, if your player is not on the 40-man roster, they may be eligible for the Rule 5 draft. So this guy right here, Anthony Banda, is. The Rule 5 draft is in the middle of the offseason, and if a player is eligible for the Rule 5 draft and is not on a 40-man roster, so Banda is not, they can be selected by another team. Let's say like the Royals could then select Banda on their team. The Royals will then have to keep this player, Banda, on their major league team for all of next year. If not, he gets sent back to his original team, which would be us, the Rays. To prevent a player from on your team to be eligible for the Rule 5 draft, add him to the 40-man roster. If a player's on the 40-man roster, they cannot be on the Rule 5. They are not eligible for the Rule 5 draft. So top prospects, you always want to make sure they are not going on the Rule 5 draft. Or anyone like a B or higher potential, if they're young, I don't want them there. Because you don't want to lose them for nothing. You literally will lose them for nothing. So I always double check. So Brandon McKay, eligible for the Rule 5 draft. At the bottom right, it says no. Actually, it says it right there now. That's actually even better. Well, that says if they're on the 40-man, excuse me. Where does it say if they're eligible for the Rule 5 draft? I think I just have to look every time, which is fine. So we're just going to do that. Miles obviously is not. I can't remember exactly what it takes. It takes about... I think it's like 3 years if you're a college draft pick. I think it's 4 or 5 years if you're a high school pick before you're eligible for the Rule 5 draft. The reason why they have it is so that like a player cannot just be stuck on a team's minor league roster for years and years and years. It's basically like a way of free agency for a minor leaguer. That's basically what it's there for. Jimenez, no, and Dunn is not. Obviously, Dunn's not. Damn, look, Dunn looks good. Dunn looks really good. And Justin Williams is not. All right. So there we go. We're good on that. So now let's look at free agents. So Sorry that took a little bit of time. This video might be a little bit longer because of it, but I hope that kind of explained everything for you guys. So let's take a look what's out there. Altuve, obviously we're not going to get him. There is Bryce Harper, hit 42 yabos last year, 342 average. Andrew Miller. Now the thing is, so Harper and Altuve got qualifying offers, so if we signed them, we would lose a draft pick. We are not signing anyone and losing our draft pick. However, Andrew Miller did not get offered a qualifying offer. It says qualified, but he did not get a qualifying offer. So if we sign him, the Indians won't gain a draft pick and we won't lose one. Andrew Miller may be a guy I could pick up. We would have to overpay him, but let's say we'll give him a 1 year, $9 million deal. He may take it. That's great for us. One, we get a dominant reliever, and if like in the middle of next year we're not good, we'll flip him and we can probably get like a good prospect for him. So we're going to do that. Pedro Strop is another guy. Did not get a qualifying offer made. So we will do the same thing. A 1 year deal. We'll give you a little bit more money so that that's what we have to do. We're going to have to overpay these guys. For 1 year, that's fine. Oh, there's a phrase. There's never a bad 1 year deal. Machado's out there as a free agent. Dozier, but they have qualifying offers. I might pick up DJ LeMahieu. The guy hit 341 last year. Did not get a qualifying offer. Who is our second baseman? Who is our current second baseman? Brad Miller and Refs. Yeah, Miles is not ready. He's a couple years away. So yeah, let's go. Oops. See, I'm still getting used to this. So let's go after DJ LeMahieu. And like I said, I'd give him a 2 year deal. I'd be okay with that. $28 million. I'm not sure how much we can afford all this, but let's give it a try. Iglesias at shortstop. His defense. What was his wins above replacement last year? 3.5. So that's not too bad, but for $12 million, no way. There's Michael Brantley in left field. We could build a halfway decent team. I'm not going to lie. There's some good. Tyson Ross really struggled in 2017. Did not pitch last year. For $4 million, I'll give you like a $4.5 million deal for Tyson Ross. I'll take a chance on that. Brad Bark really struggled last year. We don't really need a catcher. We want Cisco to play. Charlie Blackmon's only an 84. Really struggled average-wise, but the power wasn't too bad. He wants... I'll give him a 1 year... we'll offer these, and we'll see what we get. A 1 year deal for $9 million, I think is fair. Anyone else, really? Trevor Rosenthal? I'll take it. If he's just a couple million, yeah. $2.7 million for Rosenthal. Let's just build a good bullpen again. So there's that. There's Pedro Alvarez, who we can maybe pick up to hit a little bit of home runs at first. Let's wait on that. So let's sim a few days and see what happens. All right, Schultz is no longer interested. That's fine. Same with Mujica. Man, why are none of these guys... Justin Williams why are these guys not interested in our offers? Eloy Jimenez? All right, we got the third base coach. I think I might know why. Pedro Strop. All right, we got Pedro Strop for 1 year, $8.5 million. I'll take that. Sean Doolittle, 3 years, $25.2 million. Now we have to go back to this. Where was it? So Schultz is not... I think it's because we had it at the 90K, and if you bring it up to 100K, they like it. So we have to do that for all these guys. You just have to bring it up... So we have to do, guys, when you're doing your free agency, and for your own players, like the minor leaguers, just hit right once or twice to bring it up. Their desire, it brings that bar fully up. Okay, so you don't want to lose these guys. That one I didn't want. I don't think I wanted. No, I did want Bowers. There we go. Now they should accept those offers. So, see, we're learning. Trevor Rosenthal is not interested in our offer. Okay, we may come back to that. It was only $2.7 million. We may come back. Schultz. What the heck? Okay, we got DJ LeMahieu, 2 years, $28 million. I think that's not bad. Look at what he did last year. 341 average, 14 home runs, 21 stolen bases. He's only 30. Andrew Miller went to the Angels. Okay. We got the hitting coach. So there's Andrew Miller going to the Angels. We got to figure out why our own guys don't want to sign. We can't give multiple years. Their interest is full. Or maybe it wasn't full. I see. The bar is so close. 110, it's full. So you went to 70. That was full, but let's just go to 80. You have to move it over twice, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of annoying that you have to do this. But let's see if that fixed it. We can't afford the offer to Charlie Blackmon, so it's going to be withdrawn. That's fine. Okay, I'm really confused. Dozier is a Padre. 7 years, $158 million. Damn. Machado is a Royal. Wow. 5 years, $131 million. Not the contract I thought he would have got. I thought he got more. All right, we got to figure out why they are not. Like, I don't know what. We can't do anything. I guess let's go to 200. Let's just try 200,000. It's annoying we have to do it, but I mean, for Schultz, I don't want to go that high. I mean, we have to sign Jimenez. It's really annoying that they're not accepting it. Let's see here. Tyson Ross is a national, so he did not sign with us. Rob Refsnyder for James Hoyt. I might do that if Hoyt's a reliever, if he's any good. He didn't pitch last year, 76 overall. But, I mean, Refsnyder is I mean, we don't need him anymore because we have LeMahieu. So, yeah, we'll do that trade. We save a couple $100,000. So, now those guys did not, did Jimenez accept it? He must have. Because I know we gave him a little bit more than the others. He's a 67, I think. There he is. So I guess you have to give him like 200,000. Sometimes these guys are just picky DBs. I think that's the best way to describe them. So like I said, guys, in the future, we won't be doing this. Like going through all these. This is just like a learning process for us right now. So bear with me. Brent, I know Matt Manning's a good young prospect. McKay is our first baseman of the future. That guy can hit. Thank you, but no thank you. All right, the fact that they haven't told us they declined it means they probably accepted it. Now, these guys have not accepted their offers yet, but, I mean, I think they will. They have contract renewables, too, so we can come back to it. What was I going to check for us, too? Oh, yes. Select 40-man roster. Just double check one thing real quick. That Eloy is not eligible for the draft. Okay, great. So, let's see now. Let's see if we could potentially... Harper is still out there. He may not get... he'll get like $279 million is the best offer out there. Could we maybe get Nelson Cruz? How much is he going to cost? $5 million? We have to bring that up to 6. Like 5.6 million. I'll take Nelson Cruz for 5.6 million. Dude can't. I mean, he's a DH. He'll hit 30 home runs. Let's see here. Okay, we got to fix that. We have too many players on the organization. We'll just cut some like D's or F potential guys, or C's who are older. Like this guy's 30. Your career in baseball is over. I would recommend you work in insurance. It's a good career there. All right, we'll get rid of a couple older guys. Yeah, here we go. There we go. Now let's see. See where Harper goes? David Robertson got traded from the Yankees to the Orioles for Darren O'Day and Nathan Eovaldi. So former Yankee going back to the Yankees. Okay. Iglesias is a Giant. He got a 4-year. He got paid. I was thinking about giving him a 1-year deal, but he got 4 years, 53.5. Let's send him to free agency 4, I guess. Okay, we did that. Is Harper... So Harper signed. Did he? Yeah, so where did Harper sign with? They didn't... Because we did... All right, little tip, guys. When you do like the sim to this thing, it looks like it doesn't give you like the little... things of where they signed. So I actually am very curious to see where Harper signed with. He stayed with the Nationals. He got, it looks like that 9-year, like $270 million deal. So Harper stayed with the Nats. Let's send to the winter meetings. Favorite. He's the village bicycle. Everyone gets a ride. For Grant Holmes and Austin Beck. Let's go to the Real 5 draft. All right, we might take someone. Maybe take a reliever. We have the number 10 pick, which means we probably will have the number 10 pick in the draft next year. Let's just make sure none of our... Harrison Bader was on this. There's some A potentials. Like Shelby Miller somehow was on it. Coda Glover? Like there's some names here. There's Eric Feed. The thing is, they have to be on our major league team next year. Lucas Sims. What are our... Oh, we can't look at starters. Oh, here we go. We have Faria, Rodon, Snell, and Dries Yarbo. So I could take they're down here. Like a Lucas Sims. Have him be our number 5. Yeah, it's a hit, but he's a promising young player. I mean, or we can get a guy like Jose Leclerc. I think this might be nice. I mean, look at that. He has 97 hits per 9, 96 K per 9. He's 75 years old, a 25-year-old. I think this is actually a good pickup there. We're going to take Leclerc. Build that bullpen. I'm just not sure, Lucas. The thing is, when you put a young player like that as a number 5, if they struggle, it could ruin their career, legit ruin their career. So they're just not ready. So I'm just not going to take them. Trevor Gott maybe build up that bullpen. Yeah, let's do Gott. Or Mike Morin. He did not pitch last year, and neither did Gott. Yami Garcia he has a bigger contract, $1.8 million. You take on the contract too when you take a guy. Let's take Trevor Gott. Let's, like I said, build this bullpen up a little bit, And I think we're going to skip on that. I think we're good. We got 2 players that have to be on the major league team. Sim to arbitration hearings. Astros are interested in a trade, and it didn't let me see the trade. All right. That was weird. All right. Now, let's just make sure we have no one is unsigned, so we can kind of just finish the offseason. And the free agency offseason is done. We can now sim to spring training. We already got our coaches done. Offseason has begun. I mean, the offseason is over. Let's take a look at the team we can sim to the regular season. I don't care about spring training. Let's take a look at the team and see how it's doing. And then that'll end the video, boys. Drop a like on the video if you did enjoy it. We got Smith, LeMahieu, Duffy, Nelson Cruz. I forgot we did get Cruz for the 5-year deal. It didn't show it because we did the sim thing. CJ Cron, Kiermaier, Miller. We need to add another. We have no one on the bench. Willie is actually on the team. He is the 75 overall. I mean, the fielding is there. He did play last year, and he did play last year. We'll let him play again this year. I think what's probably wise is have Brad Miller be on the bench, put Carlos Gomez in right, and then have Nelson Cruz DH. That's probably the smarter thing to do. Our pitching rotation, Faria, Rodon, Snell, and Dries Yarbrough. We got De Leon there. I think as a longman, that might be okay. We'll probably send Trinos down, Alvarado down, and Chance Rowe maybe down. Then we'll call up some positional players. He has minor league options, so we'll send you down. We'll send you down. He has to clear waivers. I'm going to outright release Chaz Rowe then. See you, boy. And, all right, we actually don't technically have a quote-unquote closer. Actually, I want to keep Alvarado up. He's only 23. Let's get the young guy to play. Actually, I'm going to send De Leon down then, unless he doesn't have options. He does. All right, so we need a backup catcher, so let's call up Caselli. He has got some pop. Add to the 40-man. Add him to the major league team. First baseman. We do have a backup first baseman. It's Brad Miller. Let's see. Franco's only 19. I don't want to call him up. Let's call up I almost would rather call up a guy, not the young guy, even who might be better, because I want him to play every day, So let's call up some guys who aren't necessarily, or he's not much of a prospect. We'll just call him up just to have a body on the bench. You're not going to have a great bench when you're a bad team. It's kind of a fact. Michael Johnson's on. All right, we need to call up one more guy. I might call up this Bowers guy just to have another body. All right. So, there we go. Let's do this. Yeah, I want to make sure the young guys are playing. They are. So that's not a terrible, like, middle of the lineup. Like, Smith, LeMahieu, Cruz, Kiermaier, that's not bad. So, yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. I'll finish just fixing the lineup off it. The next video will be the beginning of next year and probably the draft. This is how we usually do we usually have it 3 different phases. The off-season is one episode. The next episode would be the beginning of the next year. Or sometimes a whole year, and then like the playoffs. That could be a 3-year cycle once we're in the playoffs. If we're not in the playoffs, it usually becomes off-season, first half of the season, and then the second half of the season plus the playoffs. That's usually how it works when we're not going to be a playoff team. So if you're wondering how like this will be working out in the future, that's how it is. And yeah, this was fun, guys. It was an interesting off-season. Learning how to do everything this is a little longer than they normally will. I apologize. It's over 30 minutes, but we were learning how to do the off-season. And, yeah, that was fun. I'll talk to you later, boys. Take it easy. Peace.